What's going on, guys? Brandon Harden here. Hope you're having a great day. As you can see, we are starting this video off today in the kitchen because we're going to be recording a full day of eating, showing you exactly what my calories, macros, everything is at this current state, 11 days out from the very first show. Look at that. Jesus! Look at that. I have to do 2 shows. The first one is a regionally qualifying show. You have to do this every calendar year to be able to compete in a pro qualifying event. Let's fucking do this. Game time. Where we will be attempting to get our pro card for the first time this year. But we're 11 days out from the first show, and today I'm gonna be showing you what I'm eating at this point. Every single session is going to be a building block. Because if somebody has to, why not me? So, why not you? If you want your word to anybody else, there has to be already made a serious rookie mistake. I cook my eggs perfectly every day, but the one day I want to film it, I mess it up. Overcooked the egg yolk, the runny part of the egg that I really like. I took it off the omelette, deducted some egg whites, and now we're gonna make a fresh egg, but this time it shall be runny. When you're on prep, 11 days out, the little things matter. A little bit of seasoning. No rookie mistakes today. Now, it's perfect. It does pain me to like waste food, especially like to throw away an entire egg, but on prep, honestly, like when your pretty much only enjoyment comes from your physique changes and the like little bits of food you have, you just gotta make it right. Now back to the Pro Card cookie mixture, which is part 2 of breakfast, of course, using the protein I can now show you. So the trick is to add water gradually and not too much, because if you add too much water, you're gonna have to let the oats sit for a little bit to soak up the water, because the consistency for the Pro Card cookie that you're looking for is like a thick, sort of like creamy, slightly textured before you put it into the air fryer. 400 degrees Fahrenheit, 200 degrees Celsius for 10 minutes, and you'll take it out of the air fryer and it will be a beautiful, crispy Pro Card cookie. Only add a little bit of baking powder. There's 50 grams of oats, 20 grams of protein. You can add some pink salt if you want to, and then finally we're gonna add some frozen blueberries to finish off the mixture. You can add strawberries, banana, you can add some like little dark chocolate pieces to make it healthy. You can literally add anything you want to this, even peanut butter if you're bulking. I'm gonna have this makeshift omelet with an egg on top that was meant to be involved in the eggs. With pretty much all my meals, I add the same sauces consistently, sweet and hot, and this is Cholula, a very, very famous spicy like hot sauce. I pretty much use these on like every single meal. The macros for meal number 1 are gonna be listed on the screen, and then when I've eaten the eggs and the cookie, I'm gonna break down the entire macros for today, the difference between my calories on rest days versus training days. And today is a training day, so we have high calories to play with, which is awesome because we're actually going to have some energy today, which will be lovely. Oh my god, look at that. And the cookie is done. We topped it off with some Walden Farms as well. Excuse the shirtless little clip right there when I was pouring it. I was filming a reel for Instagram, but this is now done. The macros of this were included in the previous macros where I showed like the entire macros for meal number 1. Delicious looking Pro Card cookie. I'll take a first bite. Look at that goodness. It's dripping all over the place. This little thing is the reason dieting is relatively easy. Well, not easy, but it makes it better. Now, let's break down my current weekly macros. It's always funny, as soon as I have carbs, like even like something as small as like 50 grams of oats, my biceps, like my vein comes out. Carbs, give me more. I'm actually surprised that we can still get somewhat of a pump. It does mean we might have to push things a little bit lower because we're not totally flat yet. But this is actually the room where I do cardio right behind me because the treadmill, unless I'm doing Stairmaster, which is pretty much most of the time now, and I play Xbox. Over here on this table, we've got like a bunch of hard body samples and stuff, and the remote. I got a brand new remote because the one that I did have for here was like broken. I actually left my Xbox here from last year's prep. Got my headset, which probably isn't gonna last that much longer because of all the sweat on it. But essentially, I come here, do cardio, and I got a monitor here with another remote right there, but the Xbox is just behind. And this is pretty much me. It's been a cheat code. It's been like doing steps and doing cardio, especially at the beginning of prep, like when I came to Canada. Definitely a lot easier. I actually did this yesterday because my legs hurt too much from my previous leg day. I was here for 50 minutes sweating my balls off. We got some dubs. And considering Considering I used to game so much when I was younger, I feel like it's just one of those things. You know, if you learn to play the guitar as a kid, if you play it for like a second, you'll just pick it all back up. I feel like I'm the same with gaming. Do you want help? No. Are you sure? You look dead. It's getting to the point now for both myself and Geordie, because obviously Geordie's on prep too, where like there are days where you just sit there and you just mindlessly stare up into space because you're just so dead inside. I guess it's just part of it, and it does mean that you are at the position where it is all starting to work. But now for the macros, I'm gonna load up my sheet with Callum where it has like all the plan, all the stack, the macros, literally every piece of information I could want to know is all in like one Google sheet. Keeps it nice and simple. Calories on training days are currently on 2,705. That is currently 5 days a week. I have 2 low days and 2 high days. Low days are 2,185 calories. So we have a differentiation of about 500 calories from high to low days. The macros for today's full day of eating are gonna be in total 268 grams of protein, 45 fat, and then for carbs, we have 307. No bikini girl diet, we're still on 2,700 calories, and that's kind of a respectable amount. Considering we're 11 days out, I imagine that Callum might wanna run a few low days in a row, especially to put my body in a position to be like more susceptible to like an intake of carbs when we get closer to the show to carb up. Macros on rest days are 262 protein, 53 fat, so slightly higher on the rest day, and then 165 grams of carbs, so that is low for a rest day. Now we're gonna chill out for a little bit, get some work done, and then make meal number 2, which I'm not gonna show you how to make because I'm just really hungry today. I'm just gonna make it and then show you what it is. Geordie's just heading off to the gym. I'm gonna eat this, got a little bit of work to do, and then I'll be heading off to the gym for the workout today as well. This one's an interesting one because it's completely different to the last meal. We have a pro-card cookie again. This has been made with the same ingredients, 50 grams of oats, except 25 grams of blueberries and a little bit of baking powder, 10 grams of protein. And then right here, we have something completely different. We have a bowl of oats with the same amount of blueberries, same amount of protein, 50 grams of oats. I thought this would be an interesting way to switch up what is a basic meal of 100 grams of oats, which is my highest carb meal of the day. Rather than having it in a big bowl of oats or one big cookie, I could have 2 different dynamics, 2 different metrics to this meal and just have half and half. We've got a little bit of Walden Farms over both of it, like just a little bit. I'm actually minimizing my sauce use and use of like sweeteners and stuff like that, considering the fact that we are now 11 days out. The macros for this meal are going to be listed on the screen, and I know what you're thinking, and I'm thinking it too. It would only be right to put a little bit of the oats on the cookie, cut it off. Now that doesn't look half bad. Geordie, don't look, you're gonna get too hungry. Yes, it's oats cooked in 2 different ways, but wow, that is pretty good. I've actually never mixed it like that, so I'm acting like I'm enjoying it, and I am, but I'm like dying inside. Like I'm so tired. Like this morning, cardio absolutely just ruined me. Every step on the Stairmaster literally like felt like it was an eternity. Nevertheless, we got it done. I'm gonna eat this meal right now, do a bit more work, and then head off to the gym for today's workout. And then I'll catch you guys again for the 3rd meal of the day. Is probably about 3.5 hours in the future right now. Went to the gym, went through a session, did some posing with Hamlet. Came to the realization that over the last 3 to 4 days, we have been incredibly stressed. There is a lot of inflammation currently in the leg area, and the way we're gonna combat that, today's obviously a regular calorie day. Considering the fact that we are so close, and loads of things that I'm gonna break down in the next video where I talk about my full anabolic stack, everything I've been taking, the variables that we've been switching around, everything's built up quite a lot. The plan is today is Tuesday, and this is my last regular baseline day. Starting Wednesday, me and Geordie, we fly back to the UK on Friday. So Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday are gonna be low calorie days. Paired with this, we're not gonna be training. We're gonna be having 2 rest days, a rest day on Wednesday and a rest day on Thursday. And then we'll train with the little bit of energy that we do have preserved from the rest days, but still after the low carb days. It's gonna be pretty tough, but we're gonna do an upper body day on Friday, fly on the night time, have a baseline day on Saturday, and then go back to square one. We're going to assess and see where we are at on Sunday. I'll check in with Callum on Sunday after those 3 low days and the flight, and the fluid is cleared. Of course, when you fly as well, you need to be careful about fluid retention, considering the fact that the altitude paired with all the things that are currently in your body, as well as if you do have a high carb day on the day you fly, it never really goes hand in hand, especially when your body is so susceptible to literally everything. And you can see all the minor changes because your body fat is so low. And we'll know the set point exactly where we're at come Sunday when we're in the UK, and I'll obviously show you guys the check-in and what we're looking like at that point come Sunday, 1 week out. But here we have the next 2 meals. These two meals right now are pretty much exactly the same. We have chicken breast. We're gonna be having 200 grams twice, so 400 grams in total. Bless you, one of the dogs. We have 160 grams of rice split into two meals. The rice cooker is cooking right now. Equals out to about 80 grams of dry weight rice. This is jasmine rice per meal. We have some chopped onion. I have a medley of 3 different vegetables. Onion. We have some already prepared mushroom right here. Gonna have some mushroom too. And then finally, we have some zoodle. We have some like zucchini turned into like spirals. It's like really, really interesting. Kind of makes the meal a bit more like, I don't know, fun in a way. And that is pretty much going to be it for meal number 3 and meal number 4 of this full day of eating. As you may notice, I've just taken all the fat off this chicken breast and left behind these little straddlers right here. Although this is pretty lean chicken breast, you definitely still do have some fat on it. And it's definitely necessary, especially this close to a show, to cut all this fat off. And it's not gonna go to waste. I'm gonna essentially fry this up and give it to one of the dogs, probably Sky. Geordie's dog absolutely loves chicken bits. As I said previously, I personally just hate wasting food, but this can be very, very premium good dog food. Very expensive dog food, but nevertheless, it's gonna go to a good cause. That would literally be eaten, and that is literally just fat. Prepare your chicken properly and you'll get shredded. Bagged up, sealed, and ready for tomorrow. Now the rice is done, we're gonna prepare all the rest of the stuff right here. Made it all fluffy and absolutely, oh God. Does anyone else have, oh God. Does anyone else ever get like this crusting issue right here where the rice cooker goes all crusty on top? Right here by the side, we have the dog's chicken all nicely prepared and cooked. Looking pretty tasty, to be fair. I'm gonna go in the fridge and get the Cholula, a little bit of sweet and hot, and this last little bit of the Cholula that is left. I'm not sure if you can see the macros right there, but nutrition facts, basically nothing. When we are extremely close to the show, I will be switching to this on pretty much every meal and then sacking off every other sauce, because this is pretty clean, pretty lean, and it will help us decrease any like water retention from like any of the flavorings and sauce, all that sort of stuff. This meal has been created, sauced up and everything. This meal has been locked up in Tupperware and will be had in the next few hours after I get some work done. The macros for this one meal are gonna be on the screen right now, but you can just go ahead and double that because it's literally exactly the same thing for these two meals. When I've eaten this, I'm gonna go sit in the garden, relax a little bit and show you something that I'm very, very excited about. I'm gonna do it briefly though. All the things that are coming with Hardbody, like I got a bunch of samples, literally all flown to Canada. The ones we have been working on for the past like 6 months to like 3 months, like different products at different time frames. They have all literally been perfected, created, and we've actually just started mass production on 6 products that are all going to be releasing very, very shortly. We're only sampling like 22 more. There's a lot happening, but I do want to show you a bunch of the stuff that we did get when I've eaten this in the garden. Code Hardbody, buy Hardbody, code Hardbody. You know what I mean? It is my life, but I understand it gets annoying. But at the same time, if you want to support me and do care about my well-being and the living, the life I want to give to my future children, dog, you know, life and stuff, you know, hopefully you don't mind. Everything inside these boxes right now is literally like thousands of hours. Some of these products in these boxes have actually gone through like 7 to 8 different sampling processes. One of the products inside this box right here, which I'm not going to show you much of, has actually been an idea of mine for 1.5 years, and I'm going to show you for the first time. Incredibly nervous because I want to do it justice, because you know when you care so much about something, and like this thing has taken years off my life in terms of like imagination, and I'm creating something that literally doesn't exist. It's not just like, oh, making like a piece of equipment that's the best it can be with the best quality material that's innovative. It's literally an invention. I'm gonna go for it very fast. Inside this first box we have, as you can see, absolutely gorgeous, our nether purple knee sleeves. These are completely finished, they're perfect. We have a black rubberized logo, brand new edition of a woven label that says Hardbody Design in Great Britain, and then knee sleeves. There's also gonna be a sizing label in there too, and then if you fold it round, there is our slogan, yours to make, which is rubberized, that essentially aids with grip of the knee sleeve on the leg. Comes in small, medium, large, and extra large. There's a sizing guide on the website. These will be dropping probably in the next like 6 weeks. It's crazy that the knee sleeves that we started with and the knee sleeves that we have now within like less than 2 years of the company, it blows my mind how good we've made these, and only because I didn't know how to make them this good in the beginning. Next in the box we have elbow sleeves. I've been talking about releasing elbow sleeves for the longest time. It took a while to go through the sampling process, but these are finally finished. They match our OG black knee sleeves. So if you have OG black knee sleeves, these are gonna suit the bundle, or they'll suit pretty much every one of our products too, because they got our brand logo right here. We've got raised rubberized print. This is gonna go on the back of the arm. And then if we flip it around, we have another logo right here where it says hard body raised rubber. If you can hear all the insects, it's because it's getting later, and this is when all the insects are like coming alive. This is the small size. It's gonna come in small, medium, and large. There's gonna be a sizing guide on the website, ranging from 13-inch arms all the way up to 20-inch arms. They've actually been created with 7mm neoprene, so they're very, very sturdy. They're gonna give a lot of compression, the same as the knee sleeves. Box number 1 finished. Next, we have our new soft cuffs. These, we actually already have cuffs, but these soft cuffs are so much better. Our old ones are made with kind of like a harder material. These have been made with neoprene. These are gonna be coming in 2 sizes. So this is the regular size. That Velcro is so strong. This is the regular size at 11 centimeters in width, but the smaller size is gonna be 9 centimeters in width for people that have like small ankles, small wrists, typically females. This is something I'm extremely proud of, because this was something that went through a lot of sampling processes. We did embroidery in different ways, prints, different things weren't working, but we settled on the biggest and loudest design, which looks great on the front and it looks great on the back. Our first ever knee wraps. Knee wraps typically range from 2 meters to 2.5 meters. I wanted to go a bit larger. We've started off with 2.5 meters. They can be 2 meters, but I'd rather have them longer than not. It's just gonna add more compression. The Velcro strip has actually doubled in length opposed to regular knee wraps. This is just so it's as secure as possible, finished with a rubberized logo. The embroidery goes all the way through the entire wrap. As you can see, the belt, the wraps, which have actually also been changed as well. Bearing in mind the logo on there is embossed currently, but it's not going to be, because actually you can't really see it very much. The final belt is going to have a silver lever with a black rubberized raised print on the belt, so you can boldly see the logo, and it will match the knee sleeves and the new and improved, because we actually did make changes to all of our wrist straps across the entire board now. Like every single color is now going to have an embroidered patch right here that's going to say hard body designed in Great Britain, and then the wrist straps right there. Having these woven labels was like really important to me, because not only does it show the name hard body, because obviously when you see the logo you don't know that the brand is called hard body, but now you can see where it's from and you know where to go to for the best lifting equipment in the game. And it just makes the equipment the best quality it can be. Not only is the actual performance and the material that we've used, but we're actually putting like the little final touches just to make it completely branded as hard body, and you know exactly where to go if you want to get some stuff. Everything's going to come in its own little bag like this as well, so you can like store it away, keep it all tidy and nice. But right here we have our figure 8 lifting straps. As you can see, woven label right there. The reason we opted in for a woven label instead of an actual printed icon like the rest of the products, it was like interfering with like how it was actually like being used. It was actually stopping the wrap from itself like bending in the right way, but now it's perfect. It's very heavy duty. These will need to be broken in. Figure 8 wraps coming soon. There's 3 more products in this box, and there's obviously what's in this box right here, but I'm actually going to save that for the next video, because I don't want to talk about this stuff too long. There's actually so much more happening than I actually anticipated to like talk about, because I could talk about this shit for hours and hours and hours and hours. There is so much that's gone into individual details, so I'm going to leave it there. We're going to go in, have another meal, and then I'll show you the other 2 products that are dropping in the next video, and these are the 2 that I'm the most proud of. I do want to say thank you to Geordie for helping me record that. She is extremely tired today. We are both a little bit drained. I think the screen was smudged the whole time. It's okay, it doesn't matter. If it looks good to you, it looks good to me. In conclusion, before I leave this off and go on to the next meal, I've put my heart and I've put my soul and I've put every fiber of my being into this company, and the fact that it's turning into what it's turning into, like the fact that we're laying such good foundations down, creating the best lifting equipment that we literally can, even to the extent of like inventing new things. This is my whole heart and my love and my passion, and anyone that supports, anyone that has supported Hard Body in the past, anyone that decides to pick something up from the link in the description and shops the Hard Body store is going to mean the absolute world to me. And I'm sorry if this comes across like selly or, you know, pushy or too much, or this is the proudest thing that I've ever had. This is the biggest thing I've ever made, and making this company into one of the biggest lifting equipment companies is just as important to me as achieving my IFBB Pro card, which I've dedicated my blood, sweat and tears into this prep. If you support it, I appreciate it. Hey, what do you have? What's your meal?
Hello.
Hey, what's your meal?
Pan-fried salmon with vegetables.
Nice. Oh, give me a fork. Me and Geordie have been watching a show on prep called Sandman. The entire show doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Like, there's so much going on in Sandman. If you've been watching it on Netflix, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Apparently for the show, they had like a massive, massive budget, and you can see because of all like the creativity, the graphics, and there's just no set that's the same. Like, it's the most creative show I've ever seen. So if you are looking for a new show to watch on Netflix, Sandman is a highly recommended show from both me and Geordie. We're having meal number 4. After this, I'm probably gonna go and have a bath just to decrease some of the stress in the legs, decrease some of the inflammation, because as you can see, we're shredded. We're gonna enjoy some of this and I'll see you in the bath.
It's a little bit weird.
I'll see you in the bath. There's none of that happening in this relationship right now. We are as dry as an Arab's flip-flop, if you know what I'm saying.
I think
Geordie's a nun and I'm a virgin. This is the reality of what it looks like when it's a little bit too dark outside. There are mosquitoes around here and we still have a step count to hit. We're not quite at 10K today, just being on this 1% incline, 2.7 miles per hour speed, regular walking pace. Heart rates anywhere from 95 to 100 beats per minute. This is just a nice pace to build up a little bit of a sweat, not really cardio, and level up at the same time. This is the biggest hack to prep other than the Pro-Card cookie that I've ever found in my entire life, and I highly recommend annoying your significant other with an Xbox and cardio. As you can clearly tell, we are absolutely awesome. This is how long we were going for, 10,377. Very happy that we just got that done in the fashion that we got it done. Had a very fun time, but step count hit. Daily expenditure for the day has been complete. Like, I'm gonna be like deadly honest that yes, today does look like it's sunshine and rainbows. Smashing the meal, smashing the workout. But today was actually the first day on prep where I had a emotional breakdown. And it's the first one of this prep. Typically, on my last prep that I had like 6. I've been dieting now for 11, 12 weeks, and when it gets to the point when you push and you don't let off the gas, you lock away any like emotions, like family stuff. Like someone that raised me, I'm not going to talk about it right now because I will start getting emotional, but someone very close to me in my life has cancer and they're going through radiotherapy right now, and I can't be at home and I can't see them. I'm trying to be positive, I'm trying to smash this prep. I've been stressing a lot about the fact that we introduced Tren in the last week, and like last year I did a few Tren injections and my legs just ballooned up. I don't know why it happens, but we were like, you know what, this year we'll try again. And I've done 4 injections over the entire week, like all of my doses evenly split throughout the week, and my legs have ballooned up, which is very, very stressful considering we are stepping on stage in 11 days. We are pulling it out. I explained the plan in terms of decreasing inflammation over the next like 3 days, and there's no point in being in my head until Sunday when we check in and we are essentially 1 week out. But with family stuff, with the business, with the running hard body, with like pressure of everyone, like you're gonna get a pro card, you're gonna get a pro card, it's gonna happen, this is your year. Like, it's like if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen, and I am not leaving a single fucking thing on a page not turned over, a box not ticked, whatever you want to call it. I have literally killed myself on this prep. There is nothing I haven't done. I've dieted on higher calories. I've tried to retain as much muscle as possible. I said last year that I need to come in 10 pounds heavier. That is exactly what we're doing. So if it happens, then fantastic. But I'm still just as worthy as every other guy on that bloody stage who is gunning for their pro card. Obviously the first show is a regional, but the second show, everyone that's on that stage is deserving, but who will have the best physique? We will soon find out. Welcome to meal number 5 of this full day of eating. I'm gonna make it, and then I'm gonna show you it, and then I'm gonna tell you how I made it afterwards. On the menu for today is lean beef burgers topped with caramelized onion, a nice egg, some sauteed vegetables on the side. No carbs with this meal, but considering I saved one of my eggs from breakfast, because with breakfast I typically get 2 egg yolks and then the egg whites as well, but I save 1 egg for this specific meal that I'm very excited to share with you because it looks absolutely delicious and it tastes very nice. I thought it'd be better if I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna make it to turn the main light on, but I am looking extremely pale. Stage tan is gonna do me some good. First off, we need to weigh out 150 grams of vegetables. I like to have this bok choy. It's a very dirty vegetable, so you definitely need to wash this one in the sink. A little bit of onion for the top of the steak, zucchini, and some mushroom, 150 grams. Typically, I usually just use zucchini, which is why it's the main basis of every meal, but this one is really, really nice with bok choy and a little bit of onion. Now right here we have extra lean beef. Open this packet out and weigh out 200 grams exactly. 130. I'm gonna use a little bit of pepper, a little bit of salt, pink Himalayan salt, and a little bit of garlic. We're gonna mush this up and turn it into a burger. Typically just turn it into a spherical piece of meat, put it on the plate and smash it down until it's like the size you want and you're good. Now we're gonna turn it into something gourmet as if we're not on prep. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is how you chef it up on prep. So as you can see, we've got a burger topped with some onions. As you may have noticed, I actually cook the onions separately to saute them with a little bit of salt to put on top of the burger. Egg on top, that's gonna melt all over the burger. And then we've got some veg as well. All we have to do now is top it with some hot sauce and we are good to go. The macros of this meal are gonna be listed on the screen. This is meal number 5. Honestly, cannot wait to eat. This is one of my favorite meals on prep other than breakfast. Egg, we've got some bok choy, we've got some beef burger, just a little bit of everything and some sauce. Making your meals fresh on prep is night and day. You can either like go through an entire dieting phase and, you know, lose fat for summer and all these things, and it can be gruesomely hard. We can actually learn how to cook and learn how to prepare your food and put time and effort into it as if it's something that is actually really, really important to you, and you will enjoy your meals. All right then guys, that bath was incredibly needed. So happy that I did that. We literally just laid there for like half an hour and just like detoxed, relaxed. Now that shoulder. Now we're gonna make the final meal. Excuse me if I don't show you exactly how I make it. I'm just gonna make it right now because I'm so tired. And then I'll show you it when it's made and talk about the macros and what it is. Look at that. An absolutely delightful protein shake made to fill you up before bed. Inside this, there is 0 calories. A little bit of Walden Farms for a bit more flavor. 3 strawberries and a few raspberries to add some more flavor. And then we go. Got a nice thick straw. Then right here we have the rice and grinds. Right here we have 50 grams of rice and grinds. I'm gonna add more of this protein because we get 40 grams of protein. And on this, I'm literally just gonna put 50 grams of frozen blueberries and we are all done. That is the full day of eating. Dieting doesn't have to be difficult. A lot of the things that we have done today is going to be cut out over the next 3 days because of the fact that we are slamming for condition. All the meals I do have, as you can see, I do try my best to have fun with, be creative, and there's no reason why things like dieting can't be fun. This is going to fill me the hell up. Like, I'm going to be going to bed with a full stomach, and I can switch between hot and cold, and the macros are going to be on the screen for this meal. This has been meal number 6, and that is going to conclude this full day of eating, 11 days out. I just want to say thank you so much for sticking around and watching until the end of the video. You guys literally are true OGs. It absolutely does mean the world to me that you guys are watching this video right now, considering the fact that I've put so much into prep this year. Like, pained me a little bit to not put YouTube first and to not post as many videos as I wanted to, but I'm trying to put effort into the ones that I am making because I'm just like trying to put prep first, and I hope you can see that, and I massively appreciate you sticking around. So if you do me a favor, you drop a like on this video, you can share some of the recipe ideas, subscribe if you haven't already, turn on post notifications because it really, really helps the channel grow. Code HARDBODY and shop HARDBODY across everywhere in the world. Like, literally, I actually heard you can use code HARDBODY at the petrol station and you'll save 10% off petrol and diesel. Crazy. But with that being said, I'm gonna eat this and do my nightly ritual, get to sleep, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. If you want your word to mean anything to anybody else, it has to mean something to you.